What's going on, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Curtis, and today we're doing a little DIY install at home. We have a S&B Cold Air Intake for my 2025 Colorado ZR2. Never had it on my 23, but we're going to give it a shot. I know it's really controversial for cold air intakes and everything like that. I just want to kind of delete all the baffling that the OEM system has, like all this baffling kind of mutes the turbo and everything like that. I just want to try it out, see how it is. Got it from a fellow subscriber, Slobberwagon on Instagram. And then I also got, while I'm there, I'm going to be doing another blowout valve from badlaneindustries.com. He's a super cool dude. I used to have the Boomba racing one on my old truck, and I loved it. Never had any problems. And this is pretty much exactly the same. It's just like $100 cheaper, so because it's just a tiny little machine part, and I'm excited to get these two on. I know the cold air intake is a controversial thing when it comes to intake systems and everything. Everybody says it's a hot air intake. I mean, I just kind of want to delete the baffling and kind of see what the difference is, and I'll be honest about it in my videos, because last week, or my last truck, I did not have a cold air intake. Just got this one on a good price, and we're gonna give it a shot, and I'll let you guys know my full thoughts if it's worth it. But let's get into it. I'm not gonna be doing a full like install one by one. I have an install video for the blowout valve on my channel already, but S&P filter, we're gonna just kind of I'll show you guys a little bit while I'm doing it. But let's dive into it. It's gonna be a fun install day. All right, guys, so this is what we got going on right now. I got the intake off, pretty dang easy, I'd have to say. One thing I would recommend is definitely clean your engine bay, especially right around this area where you're working by the turbo and everything like that, because that's literally where all my mud is, and it's kind of sketchy. You gotta throw a towel in the turbo just in case you don't get no mud on it, you know what I mean? But I got the blowout valve, the sensor thingamajiggy off right now. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but we got it, and now we're gonna put the blowout valve on and then put the intake on. That's the old intake. Put the new intake on, and we're almost done. Surprisingly pretty easy when you have a toolbox. Actually, last time I did it in my apartment parking lot, and 10 times easier, so we're getting there. But wash your engine bay before you do this, especially in this area, because it's kind of a mess. What up, guys? We got the S&B air filter on and the blowout valve, so we're gonna give it a first little start, and hopefully I clean all the dirt out of my turbo, because I'm not trying to blow up my turbo. But pretty easy install. Let's give it a rip. Let's start her up here. Let's see. Very nice, very nice. Nothing's blown up, everything's good. No leaking. Hell yeah. Alright, guys, we're gonna go for a little spin with the new intake and blowout valve. So let's go for a rip. sucking in more air once you're like hitting it pretty hard. It sounds pretty dang nice, I'd have to say. We're gonna have to try out those miles per gallon. Apparently it's supposed to help with the miles per gallon, but I don't know. But I feel like she rips pretty dang good. You can hear it fucking suckling in a little bit more, you know? My neighbors probably hate my guts, but it sounds pretty dang nice. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Sounds pretty dang good, I'd have to say. Hell yeah. We're gonna do a long-term miles per gallon test eventually, probably this week, and I'll let you guys know. Sick, dude. All right, everybody, it is the next day. You can't really see me because I'm driving to work, but we're gonna be doing a miles per gallon test. I don't really know if it's gonna actually help out very much, but check out what I got going on right now. So right now we're gonna go off base trip 2, 14.4 miles per gallon average, and then we're gonna reset trip 1, and we're gonna see by the end of the week, maybe like 4 days, what it's gonna be with the new S&B Cold Air Intake with the blow-up valve. But I don't know, 14.4 is pretty bad, so hope we can get at least a little bit better than 14.4, but I don't really have high hopes on that one. All right, everybody. So it's been about a week since I installed the S&P Cold Air Intake and the Badland Industries blow-off valve on my truck. And let me show you guys the results for the MPG gain or loss. So honestly, I was pretty surprised. All right, so if I pull up my trip on my infotainment center here, so trip 2 is actually before the cold air intake and the blow-up valve, 14.4. Honestly, not bad considering the whole go fast camper setup, 35s and everything like that. 14.4 with all that, I know 8,400 miles compared to 212, but I've been doing pretty much the same day-to-day driving, freeway and main streets, but 16 miles per gallon, which is pretty dang cool, because I do like to hear I don't know if you guys can hear that on the camera, but you can definitely hear that intake sucking a little bit more air in there. So honestly, pretty stoked on 16 miles per gallon. That's dang good with a go fast camper in 35s. I'm actually on my way to work right now, so I'll keep you guys updated and see if it's getting any worse or getting any better. Yeah, so far really digging it, really digging 16 miles per gallon overall, and I get to hear it a little bit better. All right, everybody, so the conclusion is after a full week of testing and seeing how my miles per gallon does with the blow-off valve and the cold air intake, it definitely did go up 1 or 2 miles per gallon, about same overall driving aspects as my previous trip was with the Go Fast Camper, 16 miles per gallon. I'm not complaining, but I know it's a big controversial thing with cold air intakes and everything like that. I mean, it is enclosed, kind of the same way the OEM airbox is. Just all the baffling and all the noise reduction is gone. It sounds cooler, but I'm gonna keep it on because I get 1 mile per gallon better, and an inch goes a long way, or one goes a long way. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the cold air intake and the blow valve. Shout out for Badland Industries for making a blow valve that's not $200. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the cold air intake drama, and like if it's worth it. I know some people absolutely hate it. I know some people love it. It's just, you know, it hasn't hurt me at all. It sounds cooler, and I get 1 miles per gallon, so I'm not complaining. I'll talk about it later in more videos, how I'm liking it. I'm sure you guys will hear it, and we'll see how it is on the long term. One thing that I absolutely hate about cold air intakes is like cleaning the filter. I never really feel like I give it a great enough clean. So when we go down and do maintenance and everything like that, I'll let you guys know. But personally, I absolutely hate cleaning cold air intakes because I would just rather have a whole new filter. But I know their replacement filters are like $60 instead of like $10. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see if it drops or anything like that. But that's it for this week's video. I appreciate you guys watching so much. I have a lot more fun adventures coming. We're actually going up to Sand Hollow for United by Bronco with the Colorado, because the Bronco doesn't have lockers, and it kind of scares me to go hardcore wheeling with that thing with no lockers. I'm trying to figure out a way how to put lockers in that thing, but we should have just got the Sasquatch. But it's gonna be fun in Sand Hollow. It's where I smoked a new 4th Gen Tacoma on the sand drags with the black truck. And yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. Make sure to stick around, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about cold air intakes, blow-up valves, and all that down in the comments. I know it's a big old topic, but I love you guys so much. Take it easy. Bye.